Captain Kidd by Mark Williams. Sound effects. Blowing Santa Ana winds, dogs barking, leaves whirling. The backyard of a Los Angeles house on a dry, windy night. And suddenly, a pirate begins talking. This is the titular and will find fictional Captain Kidd.
Arr! Be not a fit night for man, nor beast, nor beastly man.
Again, the ambient noise reminds us we are not at sea.
'Tis not even a proper sea to sail over and scandalize, terrify, and maraud. No place even for some lively hijinks.
In the distance, we hear a train approaching.
Methinks I even smell smoke on the leeward side. Time to shove off, find me crew, and leave these larded landlubbers to their lonely libation.
The train is getting closer.
I await me schooner, but I'll return for me plunder.
The train starts to chug back into action as the sounds crossfade to inside Gavin's house. Into the relative silence, we still hear the receding train, perhaps mixed with the whipping winds. Or was it all just wind? Either way, we're now clearly inside a house. While things are muffled, windows still clatter. Ice clinks in a glass.
I've either got to start drinking a lot more or a lot less.
This is Gavin Hoyle, a late 40s, one-time children's author of receding repute. Aside from the drinking, his voice also has the sound of too many sleepless nights. Shuffling sounds as he moves through his house. The ambient noises make the place sound a bit overstuffed. He might bump into something and swear. Doors open and close, and we hear footsteps on a padded carpet. An animated, rendered voice is coming from a nearby computer. It's female.
Quit sailing solo. Come on and get me.
She repeats when the image refreshes.
Quit sailing solo. Come on and get me.
And then what, darling?
Come on in.
Did you know what that coyote outside turned out to be?
I want your scabbard in my sheath.
A pirate.
I'm as wet as the ocean.
My pirate, Captain Kidd.
And as hot as the tropics.
The one from the chapter books.
And I think it's time we fuck.
I even thought I heard the train that he rides him.
Good and hard.
Yes, well, you can't say fuck in a chapter book. You can say scurvy dog. I even had someone call someone else a scaly doubloon once.
A heavy plop into a chair. More tinkling ice.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Quit sailing solo.
Though I am sure that you, as a bot...
And come gather up this booty.
Wouldn't have any... Wait a minute. Did you just say something new?
Come on in and get me.
I couldn't see any fire either over the ridge. Just you know? Characters from my book, like Crazy Man.
I'm as wet as the ocean.
So you tell me, bot lady, what should I do with my writer's block, other than...
Gather up this booty.
Gather up booty? I swear they've given you new lines. That's not even real. That I can't even actually touch, and maybe wonder if a fire tearing across the valley is going to be the most exciting part of my year. Though I guess it would, fit right in with a new book, wouldn't it?
Windows rattle, ice clinks, and we eventually do an audio crossfade to morning. Birds chirp distantly. The wind appears to have died down. Suddenly, another automated voice barks to life. Alexa.
Reminder, St. Columba School Book Fair today at 8 a.m.
Damn it.
Sound effects of springing up, stumbling around, hitting things, fast padded footsteps. Eventually, running water.
Reminder, St. Columba.
Clattering noises. Perhaps he's rinsing his mouth or making coffee. His phone buzzes.
Damn it.
More clattering as he fumbles to pick it up. More buzzing.
Yes, I know I'm on my way.
But it's Gavin's agent, Gordy Krause, instead.
On your way where?
What? Gordy?
Who else?
My agent's actually calling me.
Of course.
You sold a book, my book, the one I haven't finished yet.
Almost better news.
What's that?
You've been banned.
What?
Your book, the fourth one in the Time Tanglers series.
Damn. I don't even remember which one that was.
The Scorpion Princess.
Somebody banned it?
It's religious.
It's not religious, it's not even new.
But they go back to ancient Egypt and Israel.
To look for treasure.
To look for a goddess statue. You have female gods in there.
Banned? For that? Where the hell is this? Florida or something?
Even better. Fresno County.
Look, I can't
It'll be
really...
in the news. This book will start selling again. It's hip to be banned now.
I have got to get to a book fair today.
Oh, I think you should go up there. Get out of the smoke. Take a drive.
Smoke? Is there more fire?
More clattering, stumbling. Is he trying to put on pants? Keep his coffee from spilling?
Well, there's going to be a hearing. There'll be press.
It's Joey's school, the book fair.
You can be seen as making a stand.
I don't have time for a stand right now. I don't want to be late.
Oh, it could maybe help us to get the other book published.
In his movements, Gavin has come within an earshot of a reminder voice, which he hasn't shut off yet.
St. Columba Book Fair, starting soon.
I know, goddammit.
Well, you don't have to swear.
It wasn't you.
St. Columba.
Foomp! Whatever he's done, pressed the right button, clicked the right menu, or just broken the right device, Gavin has managed to silence the voice. And then we hear Captain Kidd.
Aye, lad, the game is surely afoot now. The gauntlet thrown.
What the fuck?
You've got a gauntlet, have you not?
Get the fuck out of my house.
Normal house sounds resume.
Gavin, are you okay?
I'm not.
I worry about you alone in that big house. Hard to be married to a writer. Worse if you're a divorced one.
I will call you back, Gordy. I've got to go.
He clicks the call off.
Jesus.
Out of nowhere, the web woman starts up again.
Quit sailing solo.
Sound effects, traffic, motors, the mechanical landscape reanimated for another day. Gavin is in his car trying to get to the book fair, honking. There seems to be some kind of music playing in his car.
Shithead.
More honking. Unclear who's honking at who. The traffic noises eventually yield to the music. It's brassy and hard-boiled. We eventually hear the narrated titles of an audiobook.
Welcome to Mac Handler, number 5, The Executioner Sings, by Jerome W. Dixon.
There is no Jerome W. Dixon. I could have been Jerome W. Dixon. Maybe I should have been.
Read by Austin Tide. Chapter 1. No Regrets. The blonde stretched luxuriously by the window, unaware that across the way from the high-rise next door, a sniper's rifle scope was coming into focus. Oh, man, baby, Mac Handler moaned from her bed. I think I'm too sore for breakfast. I'm not. Mac, why don't you order us some? Me? But you said that this was your daddy's hotel. Yes, I did. But Daddy also taught me to watch out for leeches.
I really should have been Jerome W. Dixon. It would probably be much easier. No agonizing over plots.
As the sniper finished sharpening the scope's deadly gaze, he paused to watch the blonde, who'd gotten up without pajamas or a nightgown.
No agonizing over meaning.
A shame if he had to, and he might. But she wasn't the main reason he was here, though if his target didn't hurry and present himself, he'd need the backup plan. Shit. No one even checked on this room. It wasn't even on the register. He wanted to yank open the door and tell whoever it was to just buzz off, but he knew he couldn't.
You can even swear as much as you want.
Honking, swerving, brakes outside. A phone ringing through the car's sound system interrupts the audiobook.
Look, Gordy, I told you.
Gavin?
Instead, it's his ex-wife, Ari.
Oh, hi.
Are you at Joy's school?
I'm running a bit late. Shit, why?
What?
Nothing,
Are you still taking your blood pressure medication?
Well, yeah, but you know, the insurance.
What insurance?
Look, I gotta go.
You didn't have to evacuate last night, did you?
No, Are they evacuating more neighborhoods?
Well, fire's not contained yet, but I'm glad you're okay.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions.
Look, I need you to give Joey a check when you get there.
What?
For his rugby team, they're traveling this week.
But I can't.
You said we'd share.
I know, but...
I can't always...
Look, I've been banned, you see?
What? From school? What did you...
No, in Fresno.
What does Fresno have to...
I have to go up there.
But the check.
Freedom of speech and everything. Gordy says it'll help sell the next book.
When was the last time you sold it?
Look, I have to go, Ari. I will let you know about the hearing. I'll email a link.
Don't you hang up on...
I have to go make kids happy.
He hangs up quickly. The Mac Handler book resumes, skipping briefly ahead.
As the broken glass clawed its way into his skin, as he crawled across the carpet toward her. Baby! Baby! He kept repeating. Only her sobs let him know she was still alive. Outside the pulverized window, he thought he heard another sharp boom.
Asshole.
St. Columba Auditorium, sound effects of crowds, kids, laughter, milling, and murmurs. The school head, Dr. Stiles, tries to shush the crowd so she can be heard.
Quiet down, everyone, please. I know it's an exciting morning here at St. Columba.
A middle school-aged kid in the crowd leans over to a friend.
Yeah, right.
It's our annual book fair, where we can all spend a morning outside of class, discovering new words and thinking about the old ones that brought us here.
I've got some new words for her.
We are, of course, still waiting for Joey's dad, who, as most of you know, writes the Time Tanglers adventures about the little boy, Jess Transom, who's all, messed up in time.
Dude, that's your dad. Yeah, I know.
He, of course, also wrote the Captain Kidd chapter books about the pirates. You probably all read them when you were little.
Little? I couldn't get away from them.
The pictures were all drawn by the great Jasper Condrick, who you probably all remember from his book, The Wild Beasts of PS9. Why, it's right here in our library. The one where all the animals take over the school and let all the kids...
Realizing what she is saying.
Yes,
Well, that one was kind of rad, actually.
I'll bet Joey's dad had to finish writing something this morning, and that's probably why he's late.
I'll bet not.
But we can still get started. We also have Sandra Streimer here for our younger classes. You know her from the Gorgeous George books? The maniac guinea pig who escaped from the lab.
She sounds excited, but there's still little response. A middle-aged woman leans over to her. It will turn out to be Ms. Streimer.
Brainiac.
What?
Brainiac guinea pig. The lab accident and everything.
Right. Brainiac guinea pig who escaped from the lab. Welcome, please, Sandra Streimer.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me here today. My story with Gorgeous George actually began when I was around your age, and I had my own pet guinea pig.
Named George.
Named Percival, actually. But I used to make up stories about him. I have a little presentation with some of his pictures to show you.
Oh, man. They should have just canceled because of all the smoke.
Sounds in the parking lot. Gavin's car arriving. Swift brakes and slammed doors. Running steps, breathing. More steps, banging on a door, more banging. Finally, a buzzing sound of the door opening. Gavin steps inside. He's a bit out of breath. He's greeted by a school secretary.
Hi, Mr.
Hoyle, yes.
They're waiting for you.
I know.
In the auditorium.
I'll find it.
We need you to come to the office when you're done.
Getting farther away.
Right.
Joey's tuition is due.
A last over-the-shoulder yell.
My wife.
What?
Back in the auditorium, Sandra is finishing up her presentation, evidently reading from one of her books.
And so, George knew that even though there was no one there, he would still call him Gorgeous. And he would one day find his way back to Reddy's house, to his warm straw bed, and to the family that loved him most, no matter what. But first, he had some things to do. He climbed inside his plastic ball, and as the sun set at the end of the long highway started to roll away.
A pause as she finishes. Applause bounces through the auditorium, then eventually dies down. Dr. Stiles takes the mic.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Strymer.
Miss.
Glad to see so many questions. I'm sure Mrs. Strymer will be happy to answer them while we wait for Joey's dad.
Oh, jeez.
So, let's take a question. Yes, you there in the blue.
Well, we're all in blue.
Yes, with the cap.
I just want to know, when does your first guinea pig die, and how?
An awkward silence fills the auditorium. It is broken by the slamming of a door and more panting. A relieved Dr. Stiles speaks.
Mr. Joey. I mean, Mr. Hoyle.
Yes, glad to be here.
He gets closer to the mic and Dr. Stiles.
Sorry, well, listen. Why don't we just get started?
Great. I'm sure we'll all love to hear how you created Time Tanglers and Captain Kidd.
Yes, sure. They're both in this PowerPoint I made. Do you have a...
Yes. Let me give your flash drive to our tech crew.
Scanning the crowd.
And will you also be telling us what you're working on now?
Another picture book, actually, for really young kids.
And what's that about? Pirates? Trains? Maybe a sequel to The Wild Beasts of PS9?
Well, The Wild Beast was Jasper's book, and he seems to have vanished. No, this is about the apocalypse. You know, the kind of world all of us grown-ups are leaving for all the kids here.
Does your dad talk like this at home? Yeah.
Well, are we about ready for that PowerPoint?
Yes, in just a moment. Thank you, Dr. Stiles, for having me in today, and also to my son Joey's English teacher, Mrs. Renfro, for asking me here. Where is Joey?
Dude, raise your hand.
Another sigh. We're not sure if Joey raises it or not.
Well, good morning, son.
The crowd murmurs.
I first just wanted to say a few words about writing or storytelling, really, and maybe why it's important. There was a time when I thought stories might actually save us, at least the right ones, because by the time someone's my age, grown up, whatever that means, they've already gone a bit crazy, a little bit nuts, and probably not in a good way.
Wow, dude, he really is like that.
Quiet.
We still need stories to connect to something bigger than ourselves, though, to help us figure out who we really are, especially when we're still young enough when it still can do you some good.
Another pause from both crowd and author.
Well, let me show you a little about what stories have done for me. Can we have that first slide, please?
Some clicks and whirs as the projector gets ready. Evidently, however, it's not the slide Gavin anticipated.
Quit sailing solo. Come on in and get me. Come on in and get me.
Gasps filled the auditorium. Clearly, Gavin has downloaded the wrong thing at home. The wed woman continues undeterred.
And I think it's time we fuck.
Dude, your dad is awesome.
Crossfade to St. Columba office later. Breathing, we're not sure whose, a door opens.
Have a seat in here, away from him. I will bring your parents when they come.
What about his parents?
No parents, just the police. So don't talk to him.
The door closes. Sound of someone sitting. Finally...
So I gave you the attention too, huh? Well, I think what you said in there was really cool.
She's an 8th grader from St. Columba, now evidently sharing a detention room with Gavin.
Oh, thanks.
About stories. People needing stories. Well, I think they do too. Cool one, scary one. People need to get the shit kicked out of them, you know? Did you do that on purpose?
What? Talk about stories?
No, your slideshow.
God, no. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
I thought it was cool. I mean, that it can't, but you're probably just weird. But it kind of blew the lid off everything in a way.
It was really an accident.
Flat arrow there, Ernie. I said, this gives us a chance to take all our masks off. We can be honest about how fucked up we all are. Wake up and smell the smoke. Anyway, that's why they sent me in here.
For wanting people to smell the smoke?
For saying the word fuck.
What are you, like in 8th grade?
Yeah, that'd be a senior here.
Like Joey, my son. Do you know him?
Yeah. We talked to him a couple times. He was cool. Bit of a jock. I actually wanted to ask him about one of your books once.
Oh?
The one about the monsters taking over the school?
Well, that was Jasper, my illustrator. He wrote that one himself.
It is really cool. Since my parents were the ones who gave it to me when I was 5, I'm not really sure why they sent me to this place.
Well, grown-ups kind of liked mixed messages.
What's that?
Well, you know, like you're wearing that school uniform, but then you have that makeup on that says you'd rather not be here.
Yeah, I give you trouble for that, too. Or about not stay, Dave, like...
Right. You know, Jasper was the one who decided that our pirate, Captain Kidd, should ride around on a train instead of a boat. It was also his idea to spell the name with one D. So this train ride, this train he couldn't get off of, was like an exile, a kind of purgatory. You know what purgatory is?
You mean like school?
Right. So the captain was banished to dry land till he lifted his own curse, until he woke up too, I guess. I think being a pirate on a train is what really made those books sell. Plus, Jasper was already famous for the animals.
The ones that take over the classroom?
Yeah, that helped a lot too.
Ooh, I think Frame's kind of overrated.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Well, you're still on the same messed up planet as everyone else.
I don't know if Jasper still is.
Cool.
Or maybe not so cool. He was working in the studio one day, on the last Captain Kidd book, actually. His wife was bringing him lunch.
Yeah? Did he eat a lot of meat and other unsustainable shit?
He didn't eat much of anything that particular day. He had somehow managed to vanish from inside his own house without being seen. I never did get to finish the Captain Kidd series.
So he never lifted the curse? Got to wake up?
No, I started Time Tanglers after that.
The time travel ones. I seen those.
Yeah, one of those just got banned.
Really? I should have read it.
And the poor captain's still riding around on a train somewhere, permanently cursed forever.
But he never gets to finish the thought. There is a choked silence. Someone seems to be pounding on a window.
Holy shit.
Mister.
Jesus Christ.
Mister, are you okay?
Did you see that?
See what?
Outside the window there. It's him.
It's who?
The pirate.
What pirate?
Captain Kidd.
There's no pirate, mister. That's...
The door to the room opens.
That's just some authority lady with a hard-ass glare.
We haven't met her yet, but the authority lady is Detective Ramos from the LAPD. She's somewhat younger than Gavin, but a whole lot tougher.
You should go.
Hello. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Not you. Her.
And repairs are supposed to...
Go back to class. Tell them you have a note from the LAPD. Go on. Wait. Did he say anything inappropriate to you?
You know what? This whole school's inappropriate. You're inappropriate. I can't wait till the animals take it the hell over.
Sounds of her stomping out.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm not sure. It might have to do with something she's read.
Oh, so you were in here saying bad words to her.
Who are you again?
Detective Lillian Ramos, LAPD, Vice Squad.
But Vice Squad?
You don't write about police work much, do you?
No.
Too bad.
I write kids' books.
Oh, inappropriate kids' books.
Kids' books.
Like the ones getting banned?
One. And how do you know?
Vice Squad, remember? I was watching you through the glass door just now.
You were?
You seemed kind of startled in here. Kind of nervous.
You didn't see someone in a pirate costume out there, did you?
Why would I see that?
Well, sometimes people dress up at these school book fairs.
Oh, yeah? What do you like to dress up as?
Just as a guy whose shirt vaguely matches his pants.
Well, when you're not busy laying out your wardrobe, Mr. Hoyle, how long you been planning to show this inappropriate material at your son's school?
I haven't.
Oh, but that's what happened.
It was an accident.
Even saying it was, strictly for the sake of argument. There are procedures for this kind of thing. Laws. I have to ask some questions.
Is this Is this gonna get in the press?
Maybe. That might be up to you, Mr. Hoyle. Good luck trying to keep it off TikTok and X, though.
People still use X?
More pounding on the window.
Jesus Christ, did you hear that?
What's making you so jumpy?
That pounding. That's what the pirate did.
Pirate?
Aye, bucko. What pirate indeed?
You didn't even hear that either.
Hear what, Mr. Hoyle?
I just came to remind ye that your time all snuggled up nice and warm in harbour is near an end, ye scaly doubloon, and the open raging seas are calling.
That.
Sound of the door opening again. It's Gordy, his agent.
Gavin?
Gordy?
I made it.
And who are you?
I'm his lawyer.
You are?
Well, I came as soon as Ari called.
She called? Called you?
She's coming to pick up Joey.
What did she say happened?
Well, she said there was some trouble at the book fair.
There was trouble, all right.
It was an accident.
I think you should come with me. He can't come with me, can't he?
Am I under arrest?
Well, Mr. Hoyle, do you feel you should be? I mean, sometimes people do things on purpose in order to get caught. Do you want to get caught, Mr. Hoyle?
I just really want to leave.
Well, I agree you can't stay here at this school where you showed the inappropriate material.
I didn't.
The question is not, can you go? But where are you going to?
And where's my client going to?
Are you really
Yes, I told you that years ago.
Well now, gentlemen, that's a very good question. Let's talk.
But Captain Kidd knew that in spite of himself, there was still the one good deed he was fated to perform, if for no other reason than to break his landlord's curse and return to the wild waves that eternally beckoned. But that would be later. Tonight, he was still just captain of the last train of the night run, and there was another town ahead where everyone could never quite sleep and never quite dream, and another new member of his crew waited there at a station in the dark.
End of chapter 1.